Red Bull on the cut. Oh my god! What amazing race this is! Sergio, your 2022 World Drivers Champion! Welcome back to the British Grand Prix, played outside from Positive UK alongside from Armitsilla and Chaos Andale. After them we have Ferrari, Livery, A.G.E, Sergio, Finucci, Rostillo, Ezra Wellington, Matthew Hart, Marcus Adelaide, Chris Cornwell, Nias Crumpley, Ultrabo, Dominic Benedetto, Skyler Bobasarov, Lan Fong, Stevie Headley, Sebastian Ocampo, Ayago, Matt Horn, Ravo, and Carlos Eduardo. Here we are in the United Kingdom for the British Grand Prix. Who will be crowned the victor of the race? Well, here we are, 5 red lights, and they go out. We're underway to start this race. And straight away, Blade just like trying to hold off UK Ball. Silver off to a great start already up into second place. As Ferrari moving up into third. Disastrous start for UK Ball in his home Grand Prix. Armitsilla and Ferrari off to great starts themselves. As Blade just like just leading the way now. He's done everything he needs to on the start. He's maintained his lead as UK Ball tries to go for the pass on Ferrari. He does so, and he's going to go for Silla and for Blader Dragon Sonic as well. From 4th to 1st on the straight, trying to maintain his position around the field as he fights with his teammate alongside. Yeah, first time we've used a full wet this season. This is the purple wall tyre. But here we go into Cop's corner. Silla trying to find some room to get in the fight, but he can't. Luckily, these guys keep it clean, as there is Rafael Ferrari in the Ford, just trying to get his way into this fight, but it's just not working for him. As here we go down the hangar straight, Silla and Ferrari alongside each other, fighting as they head into Stoke Corner. Here is Livery in the oval, as he's just watching Ferrari and Sergio side by side through the Vale of Chicane. Picking up his first warning for track limits. Track limits are a very big race around here. Adeline Lamfong, the first people to get penalties in this race so far. And as you watch further back to Berto in the McLaren there in P15, you've got Cornwell right behind him. The McLaren team though have been struggling all season long, and this race is just another demonstration of their struggles. And it's such a shame, to be honest, because it is a good team. They've got a good car. It's just their drivers are not performing up to standard in that team. I don't know what's been going on there, but just not been performing well. As UK Ball holding off from Silla, Sergio is going to try and make his own push towards Silla, actually, as you can see here. He's getting closer and closer to the oval. Ocampo down in last place. He was the winner of the first round of the season. He's led the championship before the season. And he's currently down in last place here in the British Grand Prix. Of course, round 8 out of 16, once this race is over, will officially be halfway through the season. It could give us some sort of idea to who the champion could be. However, a lot can change in the final 8 races after this, so don't take my word for it. As Armitsilla set the fastest lap of this race, slightly quicker than Blade Dragon Sonic. And for him, he's doing good in P2 at the moment. Of course, he had a great opportunity to win last time. Sorry, not last time, a couple of races ago in Abuja. However, his strategy, the team pulling him onto Inter's late race, it did not pay off. In fact, staying on the dries was the better option due to the lack of overtaking. So into the wall goes Rafael Ferrari. And that is not good for him at all. His future at the team at Ford already at risk, and there we go, he's going to puncture to go along with the crash. And around goes Eduardo, Headley and Ocampo. They're going to get by him easily. Ferrari with no front wing and a front left puncture. He's going to be crawling around, and that that's pretty much his race ruined and over. At that point, the Ford may as well just retire his car or something. That way, just like leading by 2.7 seconds. He's having a great time out in front. De Benedetto in 12th position. Adelaide right behind though. As here comes Thierry Headley down the straight. As Eduardo there in P22, Blade just like fast lap the race and into the wall and out of the race goes Marcus Adelaide at the Vale chicane. I don't know what caused that, but we are on lap 4 out of 13 now. And Blade House leads now 3+ seconds. This is actually mental. Incredible wet weather drag we're seeing, but yeah, Adelaide out the race, marking the first retirement as Ferrari is only just on the hang straight right now. He is just miles behind anyone. But now all the drivers speeding up, still now 4 seconds behind. I don't know how BDS is this quick, but it is absolutely incredible to watch. But yeah, it's a full-on sprint to the finish. Unless weather conditions change, and we've got no weather report, so we won't even be able to tell if anything's happened. As Ferrari into the pit lane, and there we go. He comes in to get rid of his full wet tyre to go into a brand new full wet. Of course, there's going to be no pit stop gains or anything. The tyres are simply just, they've got durability. So yeah, drivers aren't going to have to worry about hitting under these wet conditions unless the track starts to dry up. Okay, well now, but there's 3 warnings now. This is not good for him at the moment. One more warning and it will be a penalty. Blade looking right behind Ferrari. And I imagine Ferrari's going to have to let the BDS go. We should see a blue flashing light on Ferrari's steering wheel soon, I think. And yeah, that would indicate that BDS needs to be let by. Of course, we've also got safety lights on the mirrors in case you've never noticed them. Not really much racing going on at the moment. Ocampo there, 19th place, right behind Revo. Both these drivers are good drivers. As now go to Eduardo in the Mercedes, alongside Niles Crumpney in P21 right now, moving up into P20. Ahead of the Apex GP. Here is Lampfong in the Williams car. You can see Volkswagen there, but this is Ferrari. And so far, he's not had to let anyone go, as this is Iago now. Right behind Ultra Bro, but Ultra's going to stay ahead. Iago fastest there in the middle sector. That's something interesting to see. As Cornwell moves up into 20th place as we get the halo camera of Iago. And you can see just what he's looking at and all that stuff. And here is Livery in the Opel. Fastest lap there at UK Mall and BDS in the pits. And he's moved on to the intermediate tyres. The track is starting to dry up and Hyperdrive have hit him. Lampfong also coming in the pits, but this is a very early stop for BDS, Fong and Revo, as well as Ocampo actually, so only a few drivers really have decided to make the call or switch to inters now. Thing is it going to intermediate conditions or is the track going to become fully dry? That is the bigger question here. Now we'll soon see from BDS's pace what the inters are like at the moment versus the wets. So after watch around the corners, that's going to be one of the bigger gains, and not really much change is happening. In fact, the wets might still be quicker than the inters. Because as you can see right now, all that's happening is BDS is losing time to the people in front. Ahmed Siller and UK Ball have been invited for a great opportunity here, possibly to be ahead of BDS if they can push enough through the Vale chicane. That's going to give them a lot of time. And here we go. Silla stays out. UK Ball has a 5-second penalty for track limits. Finucci comes in, as well as Davey Sergiera. And all these guys opting for the intermediate tyres. Now BDS heading down the straight. And yeah, he's still going to be the lead runner on the inters. Yeah, the inters are definitely quicker now. He is gaining non-stop on the cars ahead of him. He's got a mission and that is to overtake as many people as possible in the shortest time frame. And yeah, he's got BDS once again. He's got to pull over there. He gets past. That's Ferrari actually. Ferrari held him up there. As you cable right on the back of Ahmed Silla. These guys so close to each other, but unfortunately for UK Ball, he has got a penalty for himself. Silla in P1 is fine at the moment. But of course, it's going to be annoying having that penalty there for UK Ball. It looks like the gap now 19 seconds to BDS now. Now, whereabouts will Silla come out? That is the big question, which we are all asking. Is Silla actually going to come into the pits? That is another question we're asking. And he does. Silla's in. UK Ball also in. Livery's coming in as well. So it's a double stack here for the Opel team. They clearly think that they can make a double stack work. UK Ball finally getting on some brand new tyres. And that is going to be fresh Inters as he's held up there. BDS moving through easily into the lead this race. And Ahmed Silla comes out in second place from UK Ball, who's going to just get third still. So despite the penalty, he managed to maintain position. I take that back as Davey Sakira and Hux Finucci, who pitted earlier on to the end, there's a third and fourth. UK Ball there in fifth position. He's got Donington right with him. Ocampo with the fastest lap of this race in P19. He is showing right now that the Inters were definitely quicker that last lap. Because he's done nothing but gain and gain. And yeah, as a result of the pit stops, Lady Dragon Sonic has got a massive lead of 6.8 seconds. Which is absolutely crazy. David Sarakira isn't that far off, it's just a couple seconds. Can he gain on Ahmed Silla and overtake him? As virtual safety car out, the race goes Lamfong and Chaos Andale. And it's at Cop's corner. Ayago straight into the... And he's flipped upside down. Ayago also out of this race. I don't know what could have happened to make this collision occur at the Cops, but... That there was a big hit. Ayago just didn't react at all. He probably had plenty of time to react, but he just didn't react. He just went straight into them. As the virtual safety car will come to an end, and there goes BDS on a lap 9. He had the lead this race, he lost it once, but he gained it back very quickly. He's just been dominating ever since he took back that lead. No sight of him at all. As for Silla, he's in second place, doing really well for Opel. And he's just showing why he is a good driver. Possibly even championship material if he gets a better car. But as we head towards the midfield, Ultra Bro in P11, currently on the verge of the top 10. Of course, as we all know, points are top 15 here, not top 10. But of course, we do want to get top 10s anyways. Ocampo in 16th place, Bok the Star up here in 10th, could be going for a move on Matthew Hart. He is going to try for a move. Now, his best chance here would be Cop's corner, but Hart cuts him off as Hart goes for a move on Livery, but just not enough pace or room to do it for Hart. So he is obviously staying behind Livery there, as Hart looking over to his left-hand side, heading through the Magnuson Beckett section of the track. Now, yeah, it looks like Hart is the start of this train, and it does mean drivers are going to have to start making moves, otherwise they're going to get held up. BDS now on a lap 10. UK Ball picking up a first warning after this initial penalties. Demand on the inside there. Oh, Matthew Hart getting so close to the wall, almost hitting Hart there on the rejoin. Fastest lap there for UK Ball as well. So it looks like the track could be drying. Typically when you start seeing random fast laps come in these wet conditions, it means that the track is drying. So this is good data for the teams as they will start to prepare for a possible late race switch onto a dry compound. So yeah, it's definitely drying up now. And yep, in the pits comes Ocampo, Eduardo and Crumpley, and Headley as well, all in the dry compound tyres. Ocampo is going to leave the pits. He's on a soft compound tyres. Now how they do compared to the Inters, I do not know. Yeah, the track definitely dry. There's no more rain. The track is bone dry. And this is where the people on the dry tires are going to start to pull in the time on the other people. And here we go, around the final corner. Lady Dragon Sonic opting to stay out. Is Silla going to cover the pits? I feel like he is. And yes, he is. Armored Silla once again for another race. Comes into pits for a late strategy call. Hyperdrive pit UK ball after keeping his teammate out. And Donington is going to move up into third place for Williams. Of course, his last few races have been very shaky. Could this be redemption day for him? Well, if he wants to get a podium, he's going to have to fight really hard because he's got Theo right behind. Also, driver's still picking up little bits of spray. The track, though, is mostly dry, and Armin Seller out the pits in P11. He has got 10 cars ahead of him. He needs to overtake 9 of them to get back to where he was initially. And yeah, look at that. The people in the Indus are crawling. Never mind. That might just be Ferrari. And yeah, I don't know what's happening here, but Silla can't get ahead of Ferrari. He's trying his best, and there we go. He's found a room. Rally outside. Ferrari needs to give way, but he's just not. He's being very difficult. Which I hate to say that about a driver. It's not really nice to call them difficult, but that's what they're being right now. They are genuinely being difficult to the people who they need let go. Yeah, I think Silla is finally catching 2 laps to go for Blade House Sonic, leading the way for the Hyperdrive team. Fanucci, fastest middle sector. And yep, Silla already onto the back of Revo. He's quick, but is he quick enough to get Revo as soon as possible? There we go, finding some room on the inside of Club Corner. Moving up into the top 10. That's the first intermediate runner cleared. And for Silla, he's on a flying lap right now. Already pulling massive time out to Revo in a matter of corners. As now he's 27 seconds off of the race leader. Blade Sonic now heading into Maggots and Beckett's. Just driving his car to the best of his ability. Obviously, it's going to be difficult right now. And for Silla, he's not really gaining as much time as I thought he would. Ocampo, fastest lap of the race in the Red Bull in P16. And now he's probably taking it away there in the Apex GP car. As he's right on the back now of Theory Headley. Headley can't catch Theory at the moment. Silla now 31 seconds off the lead. I don't know what's going on, but Silla is falling away from the race leader. Like, I would have never expected that, but he's just falling away. We're just like leading on to this last lap of the race now. And we've got Serkier in second from Donington and Theo. But it looks like it's going to be 2 races in a row for Silla, where strategy call has ruined a really good result for him. In Abuja, it was a possible race win. And here in Silverstone, it's second place that was ruined. 26 seconds years off the lead now. As he's now catching Ultra Bro in the Ferrari. He needs to make up as many places as he can. It's becoming a very difficult task for him. As Van Horn, first driver to get into the 113 tier today. With that 113.966, that's a really good lap. Silla fastest in that first sector. As he comes around the left field corner with that Ferrari car right ahead. He needs to try and clear it ASAP. And to do that, he goes over to the inside line and he's going to send it there through into ninth. But for Blade Dragon Sonic, he has been untouched this race. He comes around the final corner to truly show how much of a champion he is. He wins the British Grand Prix. Davey Serkiera staying out, claims second place. And Ezra Donington, after a very shaky start to his career, is going to come home for third place in the British Grand Prix. Williams get another podium this season. Versio finishes 4th from livery. And Matthew Hart and Daniel Bogusarov. De Benedetto is just going to beat Silla. Fanucci finishes 10th as Ultra does drop out the top 10. UK Ball P12 with a 5-second penalty. His season has completely fell apart, I must say. Revo finished 13th place from Cornwell, Van Horn and Ocampo, who is getting towards the line very soon. Ferrari finishing 1 lap down, of course we have Iago from Adelaide, all retiring from the race. And the final drivers crossing the line being Eduardo, Headley and Niles Crumbly. So there you go, Blade Dry Cycle winning this race here in Britain. Davy Sakira finishing in second from Ezra Donington, who claims third place. It was a very unexpected podium for the Williams team, but they decided to stay out, and it was the best call that they could have made. Of course, as you can see there, Williams will be happy once more. And with that, let's listen to the Nigerian national anthem. And then see that Blade Dry Cycle winner of today versus Sakira and Donington. After that, it was Bustio, Livery, Hart, Bunkasara, Demanga, Osilla, Felici, Ultrabo, Cable, Ravo, Cornwell, Van Horn, Ocampo, Eduardo, Headley, Grumpy, Ferrari. Then after that, it was Andale, Ayago, Fogg, and Adelaide who retired from the race. And with that, we're done with the Silverstone. We're officially halfway through the season. I can't wait to see you next time when the APX F1 series returns.